Hey YouTube, Kinetic Freerun here, and today we're learning how to wall spin. So this tutorial is basically just going to cover how to run up to the wall spin, the right hand placement that you should have when you're doing the wall spin, and also how to get over your fear of doing it, because I've noticed a lot of people are either scared of hitting their feet and scraping along the wall as they go around, or stopping halfway and landing on their head. Now I can reassure you that's not going to happen after you watch this tutorial and do exactly what I say. Okay, so there isn't really any prerequisites for this trick except for maybe a cartwheel. If you can't do a cartwheel, I don't know why you're watching this tutorial. The second one, maybe an aerial. If you can aerial, that's probably going to help because that's the kind of motion that you're having when you're doing the wall spin. And the third one is the front 180, but if you don't have that, who cares? Still go for it. So first thing is first, we're going to get you over your fear. And to do that, you're going to either want to have a trampoline or something just slanted on an angle like that. Just so you can get used to going around upside down and knowing that you're not going to hurt yourself. So if you've got a trampoline, this is what you do. You find one of these pillars, so right here, and you're going to hold on to it, reverse grip, so one hand that way, the other hand that way. You're going to jump, and you're just going to go around, try and land on your knees. If you can land on your feet, that's good, I can't. But if you can land on your knees, it'll just help reassure you that you can get around and that you're not going to scrape your feet on the wall if you try and do it in real life. So, here we go. Just like that. Just practice doing that until you're ready to do it on the wall. The next thing I'm going to teach you about is the run-up. Now there's like 475 trillion different ways of doing this. If you do it differently to me, I don't care. Don't tell me. Just honestly. So what you're going to want to do, I'm going to show you two different ways. So the first way is just any angle you like, whatever you're comfortable with. I'll normally go really on a pretty large angle, because I think that helps me get height and I just feel more comfortable doing it that way, but any angle is fine. So what you're going to do is you're either going to go run, hop, and then like that, or you're going to run, bounce on 2 feet, and then go. I prefer doing it off one leg, and that's because I jump higher off one leg. So to see what leg you jump higher with, try and find something high, then see how high you can touch when you jump off both feet. So, and then see how high you can jump off 1 foot. So I can jump higher off 1 foot, so I do my wall spins off 1 foot. Either way is fine though. So if you're doing it off 1 foot, you have to run about 5 steps, not too many steps or you go too far that way, but about 5 steps, and then hop, do a little hop, then step onto your other foot. So right, left, jump, just like that. Alright, so once you're stoked with the run up, now we're going to move on to this, and this is all going to be about how you should place your hand so you can get the perfect amount of height and the perfect amount of spin. So once you've done your run up, you finish in about this position. Either way, if you're off 2 feet, you're going to finish in that position. If you're off 1 foot, you're going to finish in that position. So your hands are going to want to be about chest height and about 30 centimeters apart. So can you see that? Just like that. Except this hand, your left hand or the bottom hand, is going to be facing down, while the top hand is going to be facing to the side, because by doing that you're automatically pushing yourself around without even thinking about it. So run up, jump, chest height, this hand down, this hand to the side. So just like that. And you can kind of think of it as a front flip 180. So you're going to jump up and kind of around, so just like that, and jump into the wall, but not too much into the wall that you're going to face plant into it. So you want to be about this far apart, This far from the wall, I mean. So not too close, because otherwise you're just going to go boom into the wall, and not too far out, otherwise you're also just going to collapse and hurt yourself. So you just want to be the perfect distance away, which is about, might be able to see this trampoline a bit easier, but it's about here. And yeah, we've gotten to this point where you know exactly what to do, but you're just a bit too scared to do it. So I'm just going to reassure you that you're not going to hurt yourself, and I'm just going to show you a few mistakes that people make so you don't make the same ones. And the first one is this. So they run up to the wall and they put their hands on the wall before they jump. So they're just going, that's stopping everything. That's just going to make you go straight up and down and probably land on your head. So don't do that. You want to be jumping up and then into the wall, because that way you've got the momentum of the jump to push you around as well as get high. And the second thing is, don't jump up too high and reach too high, because otherwise you're not going to be able to have the height to get yourself around. So you're just going to go, and you're not going to have the height to get up and around. So you, again, probably going to land on your head. And that's why it's important to keep it at about chest height. Now, the third thing is about what you do halfway through the wall spin. This is pretty much what makes you land it. So what you're going to want to do is, when you get upside down, once you realize that you're upside down, you need to have a bit of aerial awareness for this. But once you realize that you're upside down, you're going to push. But it's not just a push, it's also a pull. So you're like pushing and pulling off the wall, so it drags your legs around and then you land it. It takes a bit of getting used to, so I reckon you should probably do the trampoline drills quite a lot, or kind of like a slanted wall a bit more. So that way you kind of have the feeling for it, so you know what you're doing. So here's a quick overview if you're doing it off 1 foot. So you're going to run about 5 steps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're going to finish on your non-preferred leg. So then you're going to go hop on that non-preferred leg. Then you're going to step onto the leg that you're going to be taking off with. So you get to that foot, then you jump up. You're going to place your hands about chest height, one facing down, one facing to the side. So boom, right there. Don't be too far away, don't be too close. Get the sweet spot. Then go up, and this is where it's about committing. If you're ready to commit, you'll commit. Then you'll get upside down, you'll push, then you'll pull yourself around, and you'll land on your feet. You're not going to hit your feet on the wall. It's pretty much impossible. I used to think of that the whole time, but it's not going to happen. I'd be more worried about landing it with your foot facing down so you can break your foot, but that's probably not going to happen. So don't think about it too much. A lot of this just comes naturally, but I'm just telling you how your brain thinks about it while you're doing it. So if you want to just chuck all this into your head lightly, then you can just go and commit and you'll be fine. Hope you learned something anyway. Peace.